Hey girl, I'm Kylie Pax. After a lifetime of emotional eating, struggling with my weight, and being a serial dieter, I finally found the missing key to weight loss and I lost 20 kilos. Each week, I'll give you my no BS weight loss advice so you can sprinkle it over your life and your dinner plate and lose weight too. Everything I teach you is fluff free. That means you'll learn simple strategies to master not only your weight, but your mindset as well. Girl, you get that in check and those extra kilos will never haunt your booty again. If you're ready to lose the weight for life, let's go. This week we're talking about how you never have to stay stuck in the circumstances that you're in. If you feel like you fucked up this year already and it's only a week into January, I'm about to set you free because I am going to talk to you today about the power of habit implementation, how I've used it over the past few weeks to completely transform my life, what I've been able to achieve and my weight loss, and how you can do it too. So let's kick off this episode by acknowledging that your routine will equal your results. If you have a lame ass routine of hitting snooze on the alarm, sleeping in, never following through on the things that you say that you're going to do, you've got big hopes and dreams, but you're not taking action on them, what the fuck kind of results do you think you're going to get out of that? Today, I'm talking more specifically, yes, habits and routine, but more specifically, your morning routine, because this is something that I personally have wanted to implement for a year. I spent all of last year pretty much avoiding this. Like, I really feel like if you looked up procrastination on Wikipedia, there'd be a fucking big picture of me on there because I am like the queen of procrastination. And it's something that I work on daily and all the time to really switch my mindset around that so that I can become the action taker that I want to be. And the number one hack that I've really found to doing that is by switching up your morning routine. Now, many years, no, not that many years ago, but a few years back, I used to be a 5 a.m. In fact, I was 4:45 a.m. girl. I was in the 4:45 a.m. club. I was in the 5 a.m. club and I loved it. I loved feeling like I was up while the rest of the world was still snoozing and I was taking action while other people weren't. Like, it's not like a me against you kind of thing, but in my mind, it was more, it empowered me and inspired me to know that I was, while other people were still sleeping and dreaming about their dreams, I was taking action on them. So I used to set my alarm every day, 4:45, loved it, got up. Well, let's be fair, I didn't fucking love it, but I did it and I got up and I would start my day with water, like a big jug of lemon water. I would do my journaling. I had a whole routine. And when I looked back over the past several years, I thought, my life was really the best that it ever was. And let me be very clear. I'm not even talking externally because externally my life was falling apart at that time. I was in the middle of a messy divorce. Like, lawyers were telling me you're going to end up homeless. You have to give everything you have to your ex-husband. Like, it was like hideous and horrid on the outside, but internally I felt the strongest I'd ever felt. I felt the most focused I'd ever felt. I felt the most empowered that I'd ever felt. And I really strongly attribute that to the hardcore routine that I had in my morning. And when I say hardcore, what I really mean is it was rock solid. Like, there was nothing that was going to tear me away from that. When I would go out to dinner with friends the night before, I was the goober that was like, okay, listen, at 9 o'clock, I have to get home now because I need to be in bed by 9:30 because my little ass has to be up by 4:30, 4:45 in the morning. So what I really did as last year started winding down and we started revving up and getting ready for this brand new year is I started looking back and thinking, what can I extract from the different periods in my life when I did feel empowered, when I did feel like I was on top of my shit? What can I extract from that to implement the gold from those times into my new year moving forward? And this is what I've come up with. So I'm going to share with you the new morning routine that I have. And I am, how many days am I in now? I'm only about on day 13, I think, but it's been transformative for me. So first thing that I want to tell you is we think, this is what puts us off. This is going to be uncomfortable. I don't want to do this. I don't want to get up. Listen, you don't have to get up at 4:45. I'm not getting up at 4:45 anymore. I was younger then. Honey, please. I was like a good 6 years younger then, 7 years younger. I'm not that young anymore. I don't want to get up at 4:45, but I do want to get up at 5. I'm currently getting up at 5:30 because I cannot handle 5 a.m. yet. I'm not ready for it. And this is the biggest tip that I can give you moving forward into this new year. We have this tendency to think, I need to do it all at once. I need to get it perfect. Any of my ex-dieters, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like when you start a diet, you've got to get it perfect. You've got to get it right. If you don't, then you're fucked up and you're stuffed up and you might as well eat all the things. It's exactly the same when we're starting any routine. We think to ourselves, I need to get it perfect and I need to get it right. If my goal is to get up at 5, well, I need to get up at 5. No, this is the first year in the history of my little universe that my goal is to get up at 5, but I'm starting at 5:30 or 6. Like I'm starting a little bit earlier than when I was previously getting up. I want to get up at 5, but I'm not going to launch my ass right into 5 a.m., feel like shit, resent everything that I ever thought I was going to do, and stuff my face with chocolate. That defeats the fucking purpose. My goal eventually is to get up at 5 a.m. I don't care if that is the end of the year by the time I achieve that. I will get up 5 minutes earlier per month if I need to get to where I want to be. But I'm starting where it's a little bit new, but not freaking my brain out entirely. So what you want to do is start with a few different levels. And this is what I did. I started by telling myself it's not going to be uncomfortable, but it will be unfamiliar. It's not uncomfortable. It's just unfamiliar. You're not used to this yet. You don't really know how to handle it. How do I feel at this time in the morning? Do I feel good? Do I feel like crap? I don't know. But I will say on that, you get to decide. You get to decide. Your brain will tell you some special brand of BS, but you get to ultimately decide. Are you going to latch onto it and take it and make it your truth? Or are you going to hear it, feel it, disregard the feelings that are not going to take you further along your journey? The number one question that you want to ask yourself anytime you're thinking about, do I do this? Do I not do this? Do I eat this? Do I not eat this? If I do eat this, how much of this do I eat? Is this going to take me closer to where I want to go or pull me further away? Is this going to give me more of what I want or take it away from me? These are my defining questions. So as we move forward into 23, this is what I want you to think about. Now, up and starting my day, 5:30. Oh, please, 5:30, that alarm goes off. Number one thing I would say, don't set yourself an alarm that scares the shit out of you, because I've had the alarms in the past that are quite aggressive, but they make me angry. When that alarm goes off and it's blaring in my face, I want to kill somebody. It's not a good feeling. So I have set my alarm. I've got the iPhone, which has the function of doing your wake up times and your go to sleep times and your wake up times. So I've set this bird alarm on there, which is very peaceful. I'm a super light sleeper anyway. So if you're a heavy sleeper, sure, you may need something a little more heavy duty. But I'm such a light sleeper that currently, because I know my alarm is set for 5:30 and this is all very new, I'm pretty much lying there awake from about 4 a.m. Going, is it time? It's time for the alarm to go off. So I know that as my body acclimatizes to the change, then that will all die down. But currently this is what's going on. So I have a few different angles that I tackle this from in the morning, because you want to engage all of your senses in your morning routine. You don't want it to be just a list of things to tick off and just go, yay, yay for me, send me the clapping hand emojis, I've done my morning routine. This should be engaging all of your senses so that you feel alive, you feel heard, you feel peaceful, you feel like you've done something for yourself. You've not just started putting out and out and out from the first thing in the morning, from the moment you wake up. So here's the way I go about it. 5:30 a.m. alarm goes off. I do get up and I don't ask myself how I feel about it. I don't hit snooze, first of all. I do not hit snooze, honey. I turn the snooze function off on my iPhone as well. So there is no snooze. If I don't get up at 5:30, I'm not getting up. And I am determined to do this. So I'm straight up at 5:30. I go in straight ahead. I go into the bathroom and will splash water on my face, wash my face, do my skincare routine so that I feel like refreshed, because you need to wake up. So you could jump in the shower if you want to. And sometimes I do that as well, if I've got time, depending on what's going on. Otherwise, I will shower later in the routine. But that's an excellent place to do it, just to really wake your body up. So do your shower, do your skincare, splash water on your face if that's all you've got time to do. And then I move out into the living area where I will begin the rest of my routine. So as I said, there's a few different senses that I want to make sure that I'm engaging in my morning routine: sight, sound, smell, what else have we got? Skincare, a mindset, stretching, and hydration. So we start with the skincare or the waking up. So that you need to have something preferably cold on your skin. Don't freak out. You don't have to do the whole cold shower. Phil does that. It freaks me the fuck out. Like, he does it, and I'm sure it's fabulous. He'll probably live to 105. I would rather have my warm shower, live to 95. I'm very happy with that. But I do have, especially now because it's scorching hot here in Australia, so I have the cold shower and it's fine. I feel invigorated and I feel great. I move straight out into the living area and put some sound on. Now, here's the other tip that I will give you. I previously used to put sound on through the computer or through the stereo system, through the Bose or whatever is going on. I don't do that anymore. Because there's other people in the house, I find it more beneficial for me. I don't give a shit about them. I find it better for me to have my AirPods in, or you put your headphones on if that's what you've got, but direct the sound straight into your skull. That way you feel like you're in a little cocoon and nobody can fuck with you in your cocoon, right? You're in there. So I put on some chill music. I will sometimes put on, you can put on a meditative music, or I have been known to put on like a podcast or something in the background. But quite frankly, I found the absolute best result coming from putting on some chill music or high vibe music, if that's what you need to get your blood pumping. I think this has been one of the key factors in transforming how my brain and my mind will have its personal outlook for the day. The next sensation that I want to take care of as part of my morning routine, it's very brief because I don't want to spend 85 hours doing this. I don't have 85 hours as a morning routine, is sight. What you see around you completely impacts how you feel on the inside. So I make sure that my surrounds are neat, tidy, clean, and ready for the day. So if that means for some reason I left my desk in a shambles the night before, or there's dishes in the kitchen that need to be done, or the dishwasher needs to be emptied, something small, but it's disturbing my sight, I want that room to be neat, tidy, and ready and prepared for the day, just like me. Just the same way I'm not going to go out for my day a complete shambles. You prepare yourself. I want to prepare my surroundings as well so that they can function to the best of their ability to support me in my day. If my surroundings are an absolute fucking hovel, that cannot support me in my day. I make sure dishes are put away, dishwasher is emptied, restocked if it needs to be, and clean up blankets, pillows, anything that's been left lying around from the night before, put everything back where it should be. Sensory and smell, now I will say, I always make sure that I spray. You can light a scented candle if that's something you want to do. I don't really vibe. For me, that's more of a wind down at the end of the night thing. So I don't tend to do it as part of my morning routine, but what I do is I get the, not an air freshener, but the essential oils sprays that you can spritz onto your furniture, lounge, the carpet, whatever you've got surrounding you. Spray it on your bed linen, anything that you have to engage the sense of smell. So by now you're feeling good in your body. Your skin's been taken care of. Your sensory, your senses, like sight-wise, is good. Your surroundings are clean. You've also got your smell sensors engaged. Things are smelling good. You've cleaned up, you've tidied up, you're feeling good. Now you've got the music on, and now it's time for me to do some reading and journaling. If you have to skip everything else, I will say to you, don't skip this. Reading will come in many different forms. Do you want to read, like, I don't know, a werewolf novel? Probably not first thing in the morning. I'm reading something that is self-development and or slash, actually, that's really all I read. Self-development. Read something that will benefit your mindset and your motivational levels. So once I've done this, I will tend to do it for maybe 5 minutes because like we said, we don't all have 85 hours for our morning routine. You need to, you want to practice this, and it is a practice, and you want to practice it until you cull it down to anywhere between, I would say as short as 15 minutes, but maybe 20 minutes to perhaps an hour if you've got an hour that you care to indulge in this. I quite frankly at the moment am not spending an hour. Like it'll be maybe half an hour to 45 minutes, but that's because I'm getting up early enough to spend the time to do it. So I'm reading something that's mindset / motivational. I don't know what I'm currently reading at the moment. Listen, I've got a whole stack of books that I keep going. It's like one of my worst qualities, if you want to say one of your qualities is the worst, but is that I continually start new books. I get excited, like bright, shiny object syndrome. Oh, that one looks good. Oh, that one looks good. And I'm constantly starting new ones and not finishing the old ones. So I will just pick up one of the books that I've got on the go and read for 5 or 10 minutes from there. You can do that with biblical studies. You can do like any of those things will count. They all make you feel better and feed your soul. After that, I'm grabbing my journal and I am straight into it. Now, the key questions, there's 2 key ones, and I was thinking about this morning. There's 2 key ways that I approach my morning journaling, and they are complete polar opposites. Let me break it down for you. I will ask myself in my journaling either one of 2 questions. The first question will allow me to sort of get out everything that's inside of me. And it goes like this: what do I need to say or hear today? And that gives me an opportunity to sort of tap into whatever is going on inside. And if I've got some frustrations or just like really surface level emotional BS, I can get that out. But also when it talks about what do I need to say, that might be what I need to say, but what do I need to hear? That's tapping into your inner knower. Your inner knower always knows. Your inner knower knows. And your inner knower then has an opportunity to come out and say whatever it needs to say for the day. You know you have so much more in you than this. You know that you're capable of so much more. It will usually point out the areas, but never ever in a nasty way. If it's coming out in a nasty way, that's the voice in your head just laying into you. That's BS. Shut that shit down right away. Your inner knower is always soft and loving and encouraging. So it might sound something like, you know, you have so much more that you're capable of. Let's work through it together. And then we'll have some sort of to and fro. What sort of questions do I want answers to? That is the first way that I'll approach my morning journaling. The second way is to ask myself, now this question is brutal. Oh, no, it's not brutal at all. It's brutal from the fact that it's so incredibly good. I've been doing this all week because I freaking love it. And it is life-changing. The second way that you can approach your morning journaling is to ask yourself this question: I'm so happy and grateful now that. Now, let me preface this because it's not really a question, it's more of a statement. So let me say it again. I will open my journaling with this prompt: I'm so happy and grateful now that. And the point of this exercise is to write out your reality as you want it to be, people, not as it is right now. I'm so happy and grateful now that, I don't know, the cat hair is picked up off the floor. No, that is like not exciting. That's not going to get your blood pumping. You say things like what you want your life to be, what you want your life to look like, not what it looks like right now. So I will say things like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm living in my dream home. Phil and I have the most incredible life. I love our relationship I do love our relationship and we do love each other, but I want it to be next level. What is the next level of your life, your relationship, your home life, your career? I'm so happy and grateful now that. Fill in the blanks. Listen, I did one this morning with my body. I'm so happy and grateful now that my arms are toned and sleek. My legs are long and sensual. I don't know. Right? My legs are long and toned. My skin looks amazing. You don't say things, and I feel like I sort of caution to point this out, but I know there are people still that don't know this. You don't say things like, I'm so happy and grateful now that my legs aren't fat anymore. I'm so happy and grateful now that, I don't know, my stomach isn't fat. You don't point out the things that you don't want. You are talking about the things that you want to see. I'm so happy and grateful now that my legs are sleek and toned. I'm so happy and grateful now that my stomach is flat and I have 6-pack abs. I'm so happy and grateful now that why am I saying to myself, now that every wrinkle from my face is gone? No, you would say, I'm so happy and grateful now that the skin on my face is youthful and toned and shines like the sun. You say what it is that you want to be seen. Now, because this may be a little tricky, it may trip you up, you are more than welcome. Come find me on social, you can DM me and we can chat about it. I'm more than happy to help you. But what I mean to say is this journaling prompt is really, I don't just want you to write it like you're writing school lines. I'm so happy and grateful now that my life is incredible. I have my dream car, I have my dream home, I have my dream relationship. I don't want you to just write stuff like that. I want you to feel it at the same time. That's the real needle mover. So after all of this is done, I'm sorting my task list for the day. I do a huge brain dump of everything that has to go on. And then let's say 20 things end up on your quote unquote to-do list. 20 things are probably not realistic or achievable for you in one day. So what I do is brain dump everything, and then I highlight the 3 non-negotiables. The 3 things that have to be done for that day. It literally might be like pick up milk from the store. Okay, I'm a vegan, I don't do milk, but pick up milk from the store, edit the podcast, and tell Phil I love him. It can be 3 really small things if need be, because what you don't want to be doing is rolling things onto the next day. If it happens, that's fine. Of course, it does happen. It happened to me this week with my fabulous new morning routine, but it still happened. And so you want to give yourself every opportunity to get that endorphin hit. So you want to be ticking things off of your list, which means choose 3 things and no more than 3. If you've got one massive task, then let that be just the single thing for the day. But whittle your list down to no more than 3 non-negotiables that you know you'll be getting that endorphin hit when you tick them off for the day. After all of this comes my stretching. Now, stretching is huge for me, and you don't have to integrate this into your morning routine. You have to integrate any of this into your morning routine. But I'm telling you what I do with the hopes that one or all of it may be enticing and may work for you. So I do stretching because I'm over 50 now. My body is wound up like a little fucking spring. It's very tight. I'm very uptight, right? You're a reflection. So I am a very uptight person. I need to stretch. I have to stretch. Otherwise I'm going to injure myself. So I do my stretching, and I do about 20 minutes. And whilst this is happening, I've still got the music going, and it's fantastic. Now, the last thing that I do then is I'm getting my booty off to the gym. If you've been watching me on social, you'll see I have joined a gym this year. Hurrah for me. Finally doing it again. The difference this year is I used to think that I hated the gym. I don't hate the gym. I hated the gyms that I was at. I've found a gym that I love and that I enjoy. It's not overly crowded. It's not crazy busy. It actually has queens there that are in their 80s. I freaking love these women. So it's not a girls only gym. There are guys there too, but there's not a ton of people. It's quiet. It's clean. I really like it. So now I cannot wait to get my ass to the gym every day. And I've been there every day. It's a complete non-negotiable. It's part of my morning routine. So in the midst of all this, I'm drinking a liter of lemon water. What is lemon water? Let me just explain. I squeeze a lemon. I fill up the jar with water. That's what I'm drinking every morning. So that has to happen before I leave for the gym. And then I drink my remaining 2 or so liters of water throughout the day. But the lemon water comes first as part of my morning routine, so that I know no matter what, I've hit a good percentage of my hydration level for the day. I go to the gym, and that's where I'll listen to a podcast or get some me time. Listen to music if that's what you want to do. That's your me time. And that truly is your time. You're not there to torture yourself for what you ate the night before. You're not there to burn off 10 billion calories so you can be just skinny. You're there to look after yourself because you actually give a shit about yourself and your body and operating at your optimum level. So when it comes to your habit selection, what should you choose? Here's your little checklist, and this can be your litmus test. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm just going to reiterate, my litmus test is, does this give me more of what I want, or is it taking something away? So do integrate things that are going to move you closer to your goals, the things that are real needle movers. Don't waste your time on superfluous shit. Do make it easy for yourself. Is the gym close? Yes, the gym that I've chosen is literally a street away. Is the gym close? Are you able, if you're not doing gym, are you able to go for a walk? Well, yes, that's very fucking easy. Just put your shoes on and off you go, sunshine. There we are. Do the meal prep if that's something that vibes with you. And if you're not into meal prep, which I not always am, I prefer flexibility with my food. So do that. Just make sure you have the fridge stocked. So there are things that you can do and there are things that you shouldn't do when it comes to choosing your habits for your morning routine. 3 of my complete non-negotiables in the morning, like I see shake my hands, because truly this will fuck you up. This will fuck you right up if you engage in these things during the period of your morning routine. No social media, honey. Please. The minute you get into the rabbit hole of social media, your morning routine is completely fucked up and you will be scrambling for the rest of the day trying to recover that time. There is completely no social media until my morning routine is complete. No texts, no emails. In fact, just no messaging whatsoever before 9 a.m. in the morning. After that, I can jump on the phone all day long. But what I do not do, and I stopped doing this years ago because I heard that it was a really great thing to do, and I did stop it probably 7 years ago now. I stopped. So many people, first thing in the morning, they wake up, they pick up their phone, boom, they're looking at their phone. I cut that right out. I cut that out years ago, as I say, but still there's a temptation. Now I'm up out of bed. Can I just check what's going on? What's the world doing? No, absolutely not. This is your time. Like I said earlier, this is your little nucleus of fabulosity first thing in the morning. Don't let weaselly little things in there that are going to mess with your self-assurance and put you into a mode of self-doubt. Now, if you fuck up, which we all do, if you sleep in, if you miss it, if you skip the morning routine, if you do check the social media, any little glitches on the radar, here's what you want to do. Ask yourself, if this situation was just information, what would it be telling me? There's no judgment here. The judgment police have left the building. There is zero judgment available to you at this point. If this situation was just information, what would it be telling me? For instance, if I did hit snooze on the alarm and didn't get up at my allotted time, and then I felt really frustrated and angry with myself, I can easily say, right, well, if this situation was just information, what would it be telling me? And it would for sure be telling me to get my fucking ass into bed earlier the night before. Don't be staying up till midnight. Well, I can't check my phone in the morning, so I better check it all now. No, go to bed. The world will still be there when you get up tomorrow. But no, ask yourself, if the situation was just information, what would it be telling me? And then how can you adjust your course accordingly? So my darlings, I hope you found this really useful today, because the reminder that I want to leave you with is that you don't get what you want in life. You get what you put time into. So if you found this useful, come join me on social. You'll find me over at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, all the usual places, but we play over on Instagram most of all. If you're sharing anything, please tag me, because I love to be able to respond and share your stories as well. And as you know, I'm going to say my free course, the entire free weight loss course that I am filming from brand new, because I just want to give it to you guys. Every last bit of knowledge that I have around the 20 kilo weight loss that I have achieved over the last few years is what I am giving you for free. That is coming Jan 16th. So if you're not on the wait list, head on over to my website, kyliepax.com/free course, and you can join the wait list for early access on Jan 16th. Until then, my loves, please remember the only person who has the power to change your life is you. When you step up, take control, and create a morning routine that's really going to empower you to blitz through your day, achieve the goals that you want to achieve in 23, and leave this year completely excuse-free, that is when you've got what it takes. I'm sending you tremendous amounts of love. I will catch you all again next week. Until then, gorgeous ones, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to shimmy your butt over to kyliepax.com/free course and sign up for my free weight loss training so you can start losing your weight now. You'll also find helpful notes and resources in my past podcasts that will help you lose your weight without the BS diet drama. I'll see you next week.